welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's problem is balance a binary search tree. In this problem, we are given root of a binary search tree and we have to return a balanced binary search tree. So what is a balanced binary search tree? It is that is like the depth of two subtrees of every node never differs by more than one. So let's understand what is a balanced binary search tree. So here if you see, right, like this is your root node. Okay, so here the left subtree is not present, but the right subtree has a height around 1, 2, 3. So the difference between the right subtree and the left subtree is more than 1, right? So this is not a balanced binary tree. If you talk about balanced binary tree, it is something like this. So if you see this one, okay, if you see this one here, let's take this root node. So here the left subtree height is 1 and the right subtree height is 2, right? So always the difference is 1. For this node also, if you talk about left, there is no child, but right, it has 1 height. So 1 minus 0 is 1. So this is a balanced binary search tree because here every time for every node, right? For every node we have to check. For every node, the difference between the left subtree and the right subtree is not more than 1. Okay. So I hope you understood what is a balanced binary search tree. So we are given binary search tree and we have to convert it into balanced binary search tree. So let's understand how we can do that. Okay, let me draw the tree which is given to us in the problem. So this tree is a skewed tree which is given to us. Okay, and we have to convert it into balanced binary search tree. Okay, let's see how. So guys, if you are aware of BST, so you might be aware of one property of BST, which is that if you do the in-order traversal of the BST, you will get nodes in sorted order. You will get the nodes in sorted order. How? See, what is in-order traversal? In-order traversal is left, root, and right. This is what your in-order traversal is. Okay, so here is your root. First of all, you see that there is no left child. So there is no left child. So you go to root 1. Then, okay, then you go to the right. So right is this. Okay. Now again, you come at 2. You see there is no left child. So you just take the root, which is 2. And then you go to the right, which is this. Okay. Now you go to 3. You see that there is no left child. Okay. So there is no left child. You go to the root. So root is 3 itself. And then you go to the right, which is this. So you go here. Now you see that there is no left. Okay. So there is no left. So you go to the root, which is 4, and then there is no right also. So this is your in-order traverse. Okay, this is your in-order traverse. All right. So once you have got your in-order traversal, right? Now from this on, from this array, right? From this array, we can convert our balanced binary search tree. We can convert balanced binary search tree. How? Let's understand. Okay. So I'm going to just basically write it. Okay, I'll scroll it down only. Okay. So we have this balanced binary search tree. Okay. Oh, sorry, we have this array. This is sorted in sorted order. Okay. So how to see what in a balanced binary search tree is that you will have a root. Okay. All the values which are greater than the root will go to the right subtree. All the values which are less than this root node will go on the left subtree. Okay. And every time the difference between the right subtree height and the left subtree height should not differ by more than 1. Okay. This is what we need in balanced binary search tree. We already had BST, right? But now we want balanced. We want it to be balanced. So how we will create that? Let's understand. Okay. Now, if you guys see, right, here this is sorted order. So in sorted order, let's say if I take this node, all the values which are to the right of it will be greater than 3. All the values to the left of it will be less than 3. Right? Because this is sorted order. So can I do one thing? Can I make this 3 as root, and then whatever is on the left of it will go in the left subtree, and whatever is on the right of it will go in the right subtree. And similarly, I will do the same steps recursively. So when I get to this now, I will make one of them as the root node, and the right there is nothing, but on the left whatever is there will go on the left subtree of this. Similarly, recursively I go here, whatever is on the left of it will go to the left side, whatever is on the right of it will go to the right side. So this 4 will come here, and there is nothing on the left, so nothing will come here, and there is nothing on the right of it, so nothing will come here. So this is a balanced binary search tree. If you see, this is a balanced binary search tree which is created. So this is how we are going to create the balanced binary search tree. Let's quickly dry run now, step to step. Okay, so this is my in order traversal which I got. Okay, this is the in order traversal which I got. Okay, and what I will do basically, first of all, let me do indexing 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is on sorted order, obviously, in order traversal of a BST sorted order. So I will calculate the mid value, which will be 0 plus the whatever is the last index. So right now I have the starting index as 0, ending index as 3. Okay, so my mid will be what? What will be my mid? Mid will be starting index plus ending index divided by 2. So start index is 0 plus end index is 3 divided by 2. This will give me 1. So this 1 is my mid index. So ARR of mid, right? ARR of mid, I will make the root. This I will make the root of my binary search tree, balanced binary search tree. So 2 becomes the root. Okay. Now whatever I get recursively, I will make it as roots left. So roots left, whatever comes out to be recursively right, I will make it as root 2's left, and whatever recursively will come out from the right of it, we'll make it as a right subtree. How? See, I will see, let's say my function was something like this. In my function, I have, let's say ABC is the name of the function, wherein I pass the root, and I pass the start index, I pass the end index. Okay, so this is my function. Okay, I calculate the root value. Let's say I will not get the root here. We will get the array. We will not get the array. We will withdraw the root. We'll get the array. Okay. So we find out the root by using ARR of mid. Okay. And then roots left. Roots left will be this recursive call again, but now with starting index is this only, but ending index will be what? Ending index, if you remember, we discussed that this 2's left subtree will whatever is on the left side of it, and 2's right subtree will be whatever is on the right of it. Okay, so my here this ending index will become mid minus 1, because at mid we had the root, right? So to the left of root, everything is from starting index to mid minus 1, and roots right will be ABC. Again we make the recursive call ARR. Now the starting index will become mid plus 1 with ending index as this. So these two will be my two recursive calls, and at last we will return the root. Okay, so this is what we will do here. Okay, so let's quickly see now what I'm trying to say. So ARR of mid, which we calculated, let me just zoom it a bit. Okay. Okay. So ARR of mid was what? ARR of mid was 2, right? So here, let me just erase it. Okay, so ARR of mid was 1. So 2 becomes the root. Now left child, 2's left child will be the recursive call with starting index as 0, but ending index as mid minus 1, which is 0. So now this function will call again. So we will find out the mid value, which will be starting index plus ending index. Okay, which will come out to be 0 plus 0 by 2, which is 0. So this root, now the new root becomes ARR of 0, which is 1. So 1 will come here. Okay. Similarly, whatever is on the right of it, this root's right, we will call the recursively this call. So this recursive call will be something like starting index as mid plus 1, which is 0. Mid was, if you remember here, mid was 1, right? So 1 plus 1, which is 2. So mid, this is 2. Ending index is what? Ending index is was 3. So now mid will be 2 plus 3 by 2, which is 2. So this will become the new, for the recursive call, right? I'm talking now, the new root will be what? 3. Okay, new root will be 3. And then we will make again the recursive calls for the 3's left and right, which is nothing basically. So that will be null. Okay, you will have a base case that if root is, or you can say like there the base case will be something like, see, when we have this case, right, wherein we have starting index as 2 and ending index as 3. So in that case, your left recursive call will become starting index as 2 but ending index as mid was what? Mid was 2, right? So ending index will be 2 minus 1, 1. So here nothing makes sense because now the starting index is greater than ending index. For the right call, you see that starting index is mid plus 1. So 2 plus 1, 3. And ending index is also 3. So this will be 3 plus 3 by 2, which is 3. So the right, so roots right. So 3 is right will become what? 4. Okay, because ARR of that index is 4. So here 3 will come and then 4 will come. Okay. So in this way, you will be creating your balanced binary search tree. Okay. So first of all, you will calculate the root. Whatever root is there, then you will make the recursive call to get its left subtree. You make the right recursive call to get its right subtree. So this will become, then this will become. This will become recursively inside of these calls. Okay, I hope you understood it. Let's quickly see the code. So here, first of all, we are finding out the in-order traversal. We have taken this global array, sorted array. We make the call, make the in order, we find out the in-order traversal. Then we have this function sorted array to BST, which will give us the BST, balanced BST. So this is our base case that if start index is greater than end index, just return null. We find out the mid, that will be a root node, and find out left and right subtree of the root by calling recursively with start index and end index changed, and then return root. So I hope you understood the code and the problem. Time complexity is O of n and space complexity is also O of n because we are taking extra space. So I hope you understood. Let me know in the comments if you have any doubt. If you found the video helpful, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.